Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a new lamp that I've been testing out for a couple of weeks now, and this is from a company called Charyjod. They reached out and asked if I'd be interested in checking out their lamp, and I went through and I looked at the different specs and the features on the lamp, and I was pretty intrigued, so I asked them to go ahead and send it over. Now they sent the black version, as you see here in front of you, but there's also a silver version available. And in case you guys are interested, I will go ahead and leave a link to their website in the description box below. That way you can pick one up for yourself. Now besides the lamp, you also have a couple different things that came with it. First things first, you do get a user manual. Now I always do recommend that you read through your user manuals with any electronic devices so you learn how to use them. Charyjod made it really easy by just being a couple pages, but it gives you all the information that you're going to need in order to get your lamp going. Besides that, they also have the power cord. It is a USB-C cable. And then they also included the charging brick, which is really nice because it allows you to use your lamp right out of the box. You have everything that you're going to need. Now, before we take a look at the lamp in action, let's go ahead and take a look at the different features that are built into the base itself. Alright, so taking a look at the base of the lamp, first things first, the bottom of the base is actually lined, so it allows it to kind of stay in the location where you put it, so it's not going to be sliding around or anything like that, so that is really good, because this base is nice and wide to support the actual lamp itself. Now, these controls are all touch-sensitive controls, so again, it's not going to be buttons or anything like that, but they are very, very responsive. So taking a look at the controllers, the first thing you're going to have is going to be your on and off switch. You can press that to turn it on, press it to turn it off. It's not connected right now, so nothing's going to come on. I just wanted to show you guys the actual controls here. From there, you have your dimming functions here. So these little circles, going from left to right, small circles to larger circles, denote the output or how much light is going to be produced. So and this is by percentage. So you go anywhere from 10% all the way to 100%, and all you have to do is actually slide your finger back and forth to do that. Now, you have a couple of icons on the bottom here, which are going to do a couple different things, which is what makes this lamp a lot better than just a regular lamp. First one is going to be this icon right here, which is a little bit of looks like a book. That is going to be your reading mode. And basically, when you press that, it's going to turn the light into a warm light. So this is perfect for reading a book or reading something, or maybe you're laying in bed using your laptop or something like that. You don't want it to be too bright. You don't want stuff reflecting off of your book or off your screen or something like that. You can turn on the reading mode, and it'll give you that warm light. The next one next to that is going to be your basically your temperature controls. So you have a couple different outputs, colors, which are denoted by different colors, and that's what you're going to be using to kind of cycle through those different outputs, anywhere from yellow light to warm light to natural light, daylight white, and then white, which is your brightest color. And then next to that, you actually have a timing function. So basically what that does is you have a 45-minute timer on here. When you press that, it's actually going to put the light into a timing mode, and after 45 minutes the light will turn off. Now this is good if you maybe you're afraid that you're going to fall asleep, or if you're going to leave the room and you don't want to leave the light on. You can go ahead and turn on that 45-minute or that timer function, and in 45 minutes it'll go ahead and turn off. Now around the back you do have a couple of other options. I'll go ahead and showcase that for you guys here. First thing is you do have an on and off switch right here. So this is if you want to go ahead and still, while it's plugged in, turn the light off or the lamp off. You can go ahead and turn it off, and none of these buttons will work. So if you're worried about maybe somebody touching it by mistake and it coming on, you can go ahead and turn it off. From there, you do have a USB-C in. This is where you're going to connect your power plug, and that's where you're going to have give the lamp power. From that included USB-C and the USB-C, the charging brick. And then you have a USB or USB-A output, and this is perfect because this will allow you to plug in any USB-A charger, and you can charge other devices. So if you want to charge your phone, or you want to charge a tablet or anything else that you want to charge that's around the lamp, you can go ahead and do that. So I like the fact that they did include that because, again, it allows you to use one item to do multiple things. So not only is it a lamp, now you can actually charge devices using the USB-A plug right there. So that is really cool that they thought about that, and they included it because, again, it's out of the way, it's in the back, it's not going to take up any room or anything like that, but it does give you more options. All right, now that we've taken a look at the base, let me go ahead and show you what this lamp can do. Before I plug it in, I want to go ahead and show you the different ways that you can set up this lamp to use it in the different configurations. So as you see it now, it's what I would consider it being in its stored state, meaning everything is stored. You can actually close this even more if you did want to put it away, like maybe inside of a drawer or something like that. But the way that you see it here, I would envision it sitting at your desk, sitting at your nightstand, just ready to be used. Now, in order to go ahead and start using it, first things first is you're going to want to go ahead and pop open what I would call the neck of the lamp there. So now you have your LEDs right at the bottom here, ready to use if you wanted to turn it on. Now, the really cool thing about the lamp is that it has a lot of articulation points, so it allows you to point the light, in different areas. So the first one is going to be at the base right here. You can actually swivel the portion of the lamp that attaches to the base up to 135 degrees from left to right. So that is really good because it allows you to have the base be stationary somewhere, but the light facing somewhere else. Besides that, right above the swivel point here, you have another swivel point which allows you to bring the lamp up or down. So again, this obviously is going to allow you to extend the light further. So with conjunction of the neck right here, if you were to bring it forward and then lift up the neck, that allows you to actually kind of point the light away from the base, but still keeping the base further back. So that is a really good articulation point. And as you can see at the neck right here, you can articulate it down or up almost all the way so you can actually shine the light way out there if you did want to go ahead and do that. Now, one other point that you can do is you can actually extend the height of the lamp. Now, in its lowest portion, it's going to be at 15.5 inches, so pretty much what you see here, but you can actually extend that all the way up to about 22.83 inches. So this is going to give you a really tall lamp right here. It's going to allow you to spread the light a little bit more on the base, so you have a larger area right underneath the lamp where the light is going to be. So that is really cool. Let's go ahead and lower this back down so you can see it better. And then the last point that I want to showcase is the LED portions right here. You can actually open this up all the way up to 180 degrees. So it gives you a really wide area for your LEDs. So you basically have LEDs on this side and then on that side. So this is going to allow you to even further spread that light in the area down at the bottom where you're going to want to be lighting whatever it is that you're going to be lighting. Now, with these spread open, you can actually point this up as well. So if you wanted to do that and kind of shine the light further out, you can do that. So having seen all the different articulation points, let me talk about some of the features and uses that I would say this light would be perfect for. Obviously, sitting on your night table, it is a great night light, a reading light. Obviously you have that reading mode if you wanted to use it, but it'll light up a nice area. Sitting at your desk right here, like you see in front of me, you could use it for a couple of different things. Shooting videos. So if you did, shoot videos or take pictures, this is a great lamp to actually light up the area where you're going to be doing that. Also, you can actually use it as a ring light. So obviously it's not round, but if you did want to shoot it, have it behind your camera and pointing this at you, it'll be a great area light to light up your face and stuff like that if you're going to be in front of the camera. Especially because if you have the camera set up here, you can actually push this up and over the camera, and then you'll be able to light up that area. So that's a really nice feature for it as well. And then one feature which a lot of people don't think about is you can actually use this lamp as a monitor light. So, sometimes people like to have the monitors, your screen for your computer lit up. This is perfect because it allows you to actually place the light behind the monitor, and then you can actually come up and over the monitor and light it up and have that light come down, like maybe on top of your keyboard or something like that, or light up the area so you don't have glare on your monitor or anything like that. So I really, really like the fact that you can use it for that as well, because again, it's one of those lights that's going to be multifaceted. You can use it for so many different things. I think they did a really, really awesome job figuring out where those articulation points would work best, and how to use them for a lot of different scenarios. So let's go ahead and plug the lamp, plug it in, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the different lighting features. Alright, so I went ahead and plugged in the lamp, so let's take a look at some of the lighting features. As I previously told you, the controls are right at the bottom here at the base of the lamp. So turning on the lamp, you're going to see that the LEDs are going to come on. This is actually set at the lowest portion, which is the 10%. And again, using the touch sensitive pad right here, I can go ahead and slide my finger from left to right and increase the output of the light itself, as you see there. Now, the next button here, right underneath that, is going to be your reading mode. So again, this is going to be a warm light. So if I will go ahead and press that, as you see, the temperature of the light actually changed. So it's actually a mixture of white LEDs and warm LEDs. So this is going to give you a better reading scenario. So your eyes are not going to be strained as you're reading your book. Now, there is a little blue LED. You probably can't see it on the camera, but it's denoting that you are in the reading mode. So if you go ahead and press it again, it'll go back to the white light as you see right there. The next button in the middle there is going to be your color temperature adjusting button. So right now it is set at the white light, which is the just the brightest light. Now if I go ahead and press it, it's going to cycle through. So this is now going to be daylight. So this is more of a daylight white. It's a little bit muted. You're going to have a little bit of those yellow LEDs in there as well. If I press it again, now you're going to go to natural light. So again, this is going to be kind of like a mixture of the two different LEDs. And then if you press it one more time, it's going to go to your warm. So as you see, it's turning a little bit more of a yellowish light, warm light. And then one more time, it's going to be full yellow. So this is going to be that kind of natural lighting, more yellow looking. And then if you press it one more time, it's going to go back to your white. So, you do have a lot of different lighting options depending on the mood that you want to set, depending on how much light you want or what color and temperature you want. This lamp is going to be able to adjust to that. And then last but not least is going to be that timer, which is again 45 minutes. So this is perfect if you have your light set or your lamp setting on your nightstand. You can go ahead and press that timer. There is a little blue LED that's going to come on. It's going to let you know. And then in 45 minutes, the light will actually shut off, and you won't have to worry if you fall asleep that the light's going to stay on all night. Now we'll go ahead and take it off. The LED goes away, and you're good to go. So let's go ahead and kind of bring the light back down. As you saw, I just kind of ran my fingers from right to left this time, and then it went down to 10%. So again, this lamp from Charyjod is a great option for a lot of different uses. This is something that I think a lot of people will get a really, really good use out of it, especially if you're into technology. The fact that you can go ahead and charge your device as well. So if you have this sitting on a desk, you can go ahead and charge your device at the same time, your phone, your tablet, whatever it is that you want to do, you can go ahead and do it as well. I like the fact that the base is nice and wide because it does give it more of a stable feel to the lamp, especially if you extend the top of the lamp to the full, almost 23-inch height for whatever it is that you're going to, be doing with it. You don't want it to be wobbling or anything like that. So great, great option. So as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to their website in the description box below. Feel free to go ahead and check it out. I think you cannot be missed if you want to go ahead and pick one of these up. Again, it's available in black or in silver, and I think it's going to make a great, great addition to basically any place in your house that you might want some extra lighting, but the ability to have the different lighting functions and temperatures and things like that. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.